Welcome back to the Survive and Thrive series. I'm Nathan Hurd, Chief Growth Officer with the Oxford Club, and together we're here to discover how we can look back on this whole experience and view it as one of the most valuable of our lifetimes. Now, question. At any point during this process, have you asked yourself, what does this all mean? If so, today's for you, because we're going to discuss the most personal topic of all, not just for me, but for all of us. It's a topic many of you have written and asked about, and it's a topic that can literally add years to your life. I'm talking about faith. It's a big topic. What is faith exactly? Faith is the belief in something for which there is no proof. A belief in a power greater than we are. Call it spirituality. Did you know in the longest living populations all across the planet, over 90% of them say they believe in some sort of faith-based practice? And studies show that people of faith can live between 4 and 14 years longer. There's a lot of speculation as to why that might be. Today, I'm going to give you my thoughts on exactly why I think that is. But first, what's the difference between faith and fear? They're actually very, very similar. You see, fear is really just your imagination. You're imagining what may happen, a set of circumstances, a dilemma, an outcome that produces a response of fear. But especially now, what we're really thinking about is what in the future could happen, and it brings up that response, your survival response of fear. But it's really imagination undirected, driven by survival instinct. So what's the difference between that and faith? Faith is also imagination. It's the belief in something for which there is no proof, but it's imagination directed at something specific, at a power greater than you are. When you let your survival instincts take over, anything can happen. But I'll tell you what, because this is the most personal topic there is, let me share a personal story of my own. Years ago, I hit a wall. You know, there's a history of this in my family, but I hit a point where my relationship with alcohol brought me to my knees. And I had a choice to make. I was at a crossroads. I could either continue down the same path I was on and potentially lose everything that mattered to me, lose my children, my wife, my life, or I could make a significant change. Now, I made a decision, which was frankly an easy decision to make on the surface, but it was an extremely difficult one to make real and to live. Why do I tell you this? I tell you this for two reasons. One, the process that's occurred since, which I'm extremely grateful for, has taught me several concepts that aren't specific to that certain experience, but are completely relevant to today's topic, and I'll share them with you. And the second is that when I say, we can look back on this experience and view it as one of the most valuable of our lifetimes, I really, truly mean it. That moment, which at the time was the scariest of my life, probably still is, today I view as the single best thing that has ever happened to me. I would never, ever change it. Have there been moments of great pain and adversity in your life? Not the same as mine, but your own. We've all had them in different forms. Were there moments that at the time seemed unbearable, but looking back, you can appreciate who you have become as a result? I have grown immensely since that time, and I've developed an inner strength. It's the strongest part of who I am today. And faith that would never have been possible were it not for that difficult moment. This is not a religious thing. Let me explain. I'm sure that one of the things I've learned over this time has been to connect with a power greater than I am. That's it. And in order for you to experience faith, for any of us to experience faith, that's really all you need. I'm sure we could all agree that this experience has been caused by forces greater than we are, whatever they are, right? Faith can be extremely useful in times of adversity, especially because it helps force you to look for the deeper meaning. This is an incredible opportunity to do that. Oftentimes we cannot make sense of things in the moment, especially difficult circumstances. But if you can believe that life is happening for you, not to you, you can find a deeper meaning. And you'll be able to see this as the valuable experience when it's over. Sometimes all you can do is the next right thing. This is another thing I've realized in the past years. We can't control all these circumstances. Steve Jobs actually has a great quote about this, which is, you can't connect the dots looking forward, only looking backwards. And I think that's so true, especially today. Remember earlier, I talked about the research that shows people live longer when they have a sense of faith, and that there's curiosity about why that is. I think it's because people that have faith are able to view something, a set of circumstances or difficulties, as something that's happening for them, that there's a reason, not to them. And they're able to approach each and every circumstance looking for the opportunity and the lessons that it holds. Look, I recommend that you do two things every day if you'd like to nurture the sense of faith that you have in your own life. Number one, take a few moments every day to acknowledge a power greater than you are, whatever that involves. God, the universe, nature. Don't let the tightness of any particular construct get in the way. Whether that's meditation or prayer or reflection or just getting out in nature, whatever works for you. And the second, take a few minutes at the beginning and at the end of each day to consider the incremental steps you've taken. We can't know how things are going to unfold, but we can ensure we're taking forward steps to make the most of whatever life has in store. Remember, we can't change the world, but we can change ourselves. It's a gift, and I'm grateful to be able to film these thoughts and send them to you. I love hearing from you. And if you would, please feel free to send me notes or thoughts or feedback on where you are or what you're thinking or what you're going through, what you'd like to see more of. Click on the slide at the very end. And until next time, this is Survive and Thrive. I'm Nathan Hurd, and I'll see you soon.